Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Gridiron Glory, our podcast with Tad and Will, where we cover the 32 teams in the NFL, their highlights, their stories, and their successes. So today we'll be talking about the New York Giants and their 21-15 victory over the Cleveland Browns in Week 3. Daniel Jones, a very respectable performance after struggles early on in the year. He goes 24 of 34, 236, two touchdowns, no interceptions. So a much more productive day, and he gets his top receivers involved, namely Malik Nabers, the rookie out of LSU, one of the top rookie receivers in the league and a favorite for offensive rookie of the year, 8 receptions, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also getting Wan'Dale Robinson involved with 7 receptions for 61 yards. So those are numbers out of your receivers that surely makes Giant fans excited, as they've struggled to get high-level receivers involved in the game for many years now, basically the entire Daniel Jones era. So Malik Nabers coming out, their top draft pick, and establishing himself as a high level receiver. And I'm interested in your take on Malik Nabers and where he would rank as a wide receiver in the league.
Yeah, I would rank Malik Nabers. I mean, he's definitely a top half wide receiver. And I mean, to be able to go out there as a rookie, being asked what you're being asked to do, to be able to go out there and prove yourself as a wide receiver one, in only just 3 games. I mean, he is certainly carrying the load, is he not, for this New York Giants receiving core? So I would certainly rank him as probably a top 10, top 15 wide receiver one, because WR1s are probably their own category, really. And yeah, I would rank him in the, top 10, top 15 of that, if not, maybe even higher. Malik Nabers is certainly a wide receiver out of LSU that has gone and proven himself as a playmaker, gone himself and out here and proved that he has the athleticism. He has the athleticism. He has the playmaking ability to be very successful in this NFL. He has proven himself, just through a multitude of different things. And he's a wide receiver that you just love watching because of his dynamic abilities more than anything else.
Yeah, definitely someone that gives Giants fans something they haven't had for a bit, and that's someone to be excited about. You can be excited about a guy like Malik Nabers. So very strong showing there. Decent enough showing from Devin Singletary, the running game, 16 carries, 65 yards, 1 touchdown. He did lose a fumble. So a respectable showing there. Want to work on the ball security, but respectable enough. Looking at their defense, Dexter Lawrence with 2 sacks, 4 quarterback hits. That's a big highlight. Bobby Okereke with 8 tackles, a half sack, a quarterback hit. So solid show there from Okereke, and their defense, they did a very solid job against Deshaun Watson and the Browns, shutting the Browns out in the second half. So, no, actually, in the third quarter, and then the Browns did get that 1 touchdown late in the game, but they turned the Browns away several times towards the end of the game as the Browns had a chance to come back, but they made the stops they needed to make. So a very strong look from the Giants defense as they secured their first win of the year.
A very strong look indeed. Cleveland was trying to come back there in that fourth quarter. Amari Cooper with the 2 touchdowns in this football game, to give his team. I mean, Amari Cooper went out there and did what he needed to do as a wide receiver to keep Cleveland in this football game. My personal take on Amari Cooper is, a veteran if nothing else, and he is a very athletic player, a very dynamic speedster. Obviously not of the level of Tyreek Hill, but he's a solid enough NFL wide receiver. And I would just like to go ahead and get your take on Amari Cooper real quick.
Yeah, certainly respectable. Did the job he needed to. The 12 targets, he's getting a lot of targets turning them into 7 catches, 86 yards, and of course the 2 touchdowns. So he accounted for both of the Browns' touchdowns. So really, like, he needs help around him. He needs his other receivers to step up. I mean, out of the other wide receivers, they had a combined, I believe, just the 7 catches total. So 7 catches for Cooper, 7 catches for Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore, and Cedric Tillman combined. So he needs some help there. And of course, it's not all on the receivers. I mean, part of it is that Deshaun Watson has not been a particularly accurate quarterback throughout his time in Cleveland. So that is something that also needs a look. And also, a big thing needing a look is the Cleveland offensive line allowing Watson to get sacked 8 times. That can't happen. That just cannot happen, flat out.
You mentioned, yes, you did mention that from the Cleveland offensive line, but also a very great showing from the Giants defensive line in retro, and on the flip side of that,
Certainly.
Dexter Lawrence, 2 solo tackles, 2 sacks, a tackle for a loss, 4 quarterback hits. Micah McFadden, 6 total tackles, 5 solo, a half a sack, 3 quarterback hits. Bobby Okereke, Raheem Nunez Roaches, Kayvon Thibodeau even. I mean, this Giants defense had an NFL performance to say the least in this football game on the road.
Yeah, a great look from the Giants defense, a very strong performance, and that is what leads them to a 21-15 victory.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Be sure to comment down below. Let us know what you think. Giants fans, Browns fans, or just NFL fans. This has been another great episode of The Gridiron Glory.